Huh?
How time flies.
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
Ready for another? What's in your prescription? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I failed to send you.
Here I come!
Savor it for me. Too little.
What's in your prescription? Ready for another?
The fight is set.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Here I come!
Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. another? What's in your prescription?
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Too little. Savor it for me. Fail to stand you.
Here I come!
Too little.
Ready for another?
The fight is set.
What's in your prescription?
Fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Ready for another?
Fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
Here I come! Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Your end approaches.
What's in your prescription? Ready for another?
Fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Here I come! What's in your prescription? Ready for another?
The fight is set.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Fail to stand you.
Ready for another?
Savor it for me.
Here I come! What's in your prescription?
Your end approaches.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Here I come! Spider-Man! Ready for another?
Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The fight is set.
What's in your prescription? Ready for another?
Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Here I come!
Too little.
Spider-Man! What's in your prescription? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Your end approaches.
Ready for another?
Savor it for me.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. What's in your prescription? Ready for another?
Failed to send you.
Here I come! Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The fight is set.
What's in your prescription? Ready for another?
Savor it for me. Too little. Failed to send you.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Here I come!
Your end approaches.
What's in your prescription? Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. I miscalculated. Is that over?
Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Vitamin! What's in your prescription? Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The fight is set. Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Vitamin! Ready for another?
Failed to send you.
Here I come!
Savor it for me.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Your end approaches.
Just like being on stage, right, Pela? I'll follow your rhythm.
Your regular kindness has not gone unnoticed. Allow me to repay a small part of it, Lady Bailu.
Ah, Dragon Lady, if you have any energizing potions at...
What's in your prescription?
Keep up!
I shall be the judge. The Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained.
That's it, turn it up!
Vitamin!
Recount.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. What's in your prescription?
Keep up! You can fight it, or rock with
Ready for another?
Nature to my heart's content.
Turn it up!
Fully vitamin!
The Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained.
What's in your prescription?
Your life's planets, vines, and veins.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Keep up!
Stay off!
Nature Reaper!
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Ready for another?
I shall be the judge.
One deep! That slide!
Let's rock!
Time is counting. Not over!
Sister, I...
Stay off! What's in your prescription?
Vines and veins!
You can fight it, or rock with it!
To my heart's content!
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Vitamin!
Let's rock!
Punishment of the outbreath of nature!
Stay off!
Vines and veins of immortality!
Vitamin! What's in your prescription? Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Let's rock!
Entangle!
That's it!
That slide!
Stay off!
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Grasp of nature to my heart's content!
Vitamin!
Let's rock!
Your life's planets with vines and
That's it.
veins!
Stay off! What's in your prescription?
Grasp of nature reaper!
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Vitamin!
Let's rock! You can fight it, or rock with it!
Run deep! That slide! Punishment of the vines and veins!
Stay alert, sis. This is a different kind of arena. A will forged in ice never falters!
Of immortality!
Turn it up!
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
Is that all?
Entangled! To my heart's content!
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Stay off!
send you.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Your lifespan ends with vines and veins.
Keep up!
Grasp of
That's
nature,
it?
Reaper.
What's in your prescription?
Turn it up! You can fight it, or rock with it! That's it?
Death in earth, slash.
Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Let's rock!
The fight is set. Failed to send you.
Vines
Is that all?
to my heart's content.
What's in your prescription?
A will forged in ice never falters!
Let's rock! You can fight it, or rock with it!
Punish me of the grasp of nature.
Keep up!
Vines and veins, Reaper.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Entangle.
Savor it for me.
Death in earth, slide.
Failed to send you.
Let's rock!
Your lifespan ends with grasp of nature.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Your end approaches.
What's in your prescription?
Let's rock!
Vines and veins.
Is that all?
Failed to send you.
That's it?
A will forged in ice never falters!
To my heart's content.
Savor it for me.
What's in your prescription?
Let's rock!
Punish me of the grasp of nature.
Failed to send you.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Vines and veins, Reaper.
Is that all? A will forged in ice never falters!
Let's rock!
The fight is set.
Entangle.
Bully!
Death in earth, slide.
Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
To be reborn.
Is that all?
Immortality.
Turn it up! You can fight it, or rock with it!
Your end approaches.
A will forged in ice never falters!
That's it?
Too little.
Deep to my heart's content.
Keep up!
Fail to stand you.
Your lifespan ends deep lines and veins.
Turn it up! You can fight it, or rock with it!
What's in your prescription? Finally!
Fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
Is that all?
Reaper.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Entangle.
Too little.
Death innervates life.
Let's rock!
Finally!
Minds and veins to my heart's content.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Fail to stand you.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Punishment of the hourglass of nature.
Let's rock!
Finally!
The fight is set. Savor it for me.
What's in your prescription?
Minds and veins of immortality.
Fail to stand you.
Let's rock!
Run deep. Death innervates life.
Finally!
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Your lifespan ends deep rest of nature.
What's in your prescription?
A will forged in ice never falters!
Let's rock!
Minds and veins. Reaper.
Savor it for me.
Turn it up!
Your end approaches.
Entangle. To my heart's content.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
A will forged in ice never falters!
Punishment of the hourglass of
Is that all?
nature.
Let's rock!
What's in your prescription?
Minds and veins.
Fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
Of immortality.
Finally!
Run deep. Death innervates
Let's
life.
rock!
A will forged in ice never falters!
Nature to my heart's content.
Failed to send you.
To be reborn.
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
You won't get away.
What's in your prescription?
Failed to send you.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You won't get away.
Savor it for me.
Is that all? A will forged in ice never falters!
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Fight is set.
Is that all?
You won't get away.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Savor it for me.
You won't get away.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Your end approaches.
What's in your prescription?
Seize the initiative. I'm with you. A will forged in ice never falters!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
You won't get away.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Barely felt it.
Time for a buzz.
You won't get away.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
A will forged in ice never falters!
You won't get away.
Come on, can't we stay out a little longer?
These targets will make for good practice.
Tremble before my power.
You can fight it or rock with it. Turn it up.
You won't get away.
Keep up. You can fight it or rock with it.
We're not done yet.
Turn it up.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Time for a buzz.
Let me bestow upon you despair.
This is double speed.
That's it.
A will forged in ice never falters! Is that all?
A world devoured by ice.
A will forged in ice never falters!
The world that they promised.
Come on, can't we stay out a little longer?
You again, Jeppy? Leave some fun for me this time.
A will forged in ice never falters!
You can fight it or rock with it.
Life finds
Turn it up.
The fight is set.
That's it. Keep up. That's it.
Savor it for me.
fly.
You can fight it or rock with it. Turn it up.
Failed to send you.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Keep up.
Gift of abundance.
Turn it up. You can fight it or rock with it.
Too little.
Flying insects. Life finds a
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
ephemeral.
Failed to send you.
Keep up.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Turn it up.
Too little.
Ephemeral.
You can fight it or rock with it.
What's in your prescription?
That's it. Keep up.
Ephemeral.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Failed to send you. Savor it for me. Too little.
Let's rock.
Is that all?
Power of the armor.
What's in your prescription?
That's it.
Fight is set.
You can fight it or rock with it. Let's rock.
Dare you?
Not bad.
A will forged in ice never falters!
You're wasting my time. Our roots run deep.
Is that all?
Savor it for me.
You're wasting my time.
It'll heal.
Time to end this.
A will forged in ice never falters!
You can fight it or rock with it.
What's in your prescription?
Bloom and wither.
Keep up.
Blossom.
Failed to stand you. Savor it for me.
Turn it up. You can fight it or rock with it. That's it.
Your end approaches. Too little.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Time to end this.
What's in your prescription?
Our roots run deep.
Failed to stand you. Savor it for me.
Keep up. You can fight it or rock with it.
You're wasting my time. Time to end this.
What's in your prescription?
Bloom and wither.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Turn it up.
Bloom and wither.
That's it. Let's rock. You can fight it or rock with it.
Too little.
Time to end this.
Well-timed. Failed to stand you.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Savor it for me.
What's in your prescription?
Our roots run deep.
Keep up.
I'm waiting.
family. Come on in.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yoon Lee to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hulei's escape, and we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship. Yeah, I heard them too, but I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hulei will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hulei on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hulei's whereabouts are still unknown. And they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Dan Heng are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yun Li, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Luofu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Luofu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hule's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Luofu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the two of you here.
Master Yun Li, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yanqing?
No, that's not the case.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Luofu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the Shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, She decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Law Fu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Law Fu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence. According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borisin in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
The formula and technique seem oddly familiar.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control. So we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin. Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hule.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her frost blade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Your end approaches. I failed to send you. Savor it for me.
This Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borsen are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the forest of swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Linshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borsen. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. And so the Borsen kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Linshaw.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Allow me to explain it to you. Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borsen. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borsen biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borsen are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out! This thing is still alive! Even after suffering such severe attacks?
Everything in this world, their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
The bully!
The fight is set.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Yeah.
Is that all?
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
Be of your body and mind. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Is that all? I failed to send you. Savor it for me. Abnormal.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Damage sustained.
Yeah.
What's in your prescription?
Time to cleanse the filth.
Failed to send you. Your end approaches. Savor it for me. Detecting corrosion.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Be of your body and mind. You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Luofu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did, so...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yaoqing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hulei was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hulei thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hulei and the Luofu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hulei and the Xianzhou Luofu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Luofu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Moza did say that there were two groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingshaw.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borisin as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou, but in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hulei!
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
Hulei. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borisin's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home, Lord Hulei? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. At lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief! She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book!
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality! And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it!
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here, with us!
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Law Fu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiaoqiu, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub, Moktok?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
Just a little pre-hunt entertainment. Don't you want to run away? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape. Just as I suspected. He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao personally lead a squad to capture Hule? For now, I'll do as he asked.
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials have been reassigned to assist in the war dance. Hey, although we're short-staffed at the moment, if there's anything I can do to help, please feel free to ask me.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Do you need my help? Understood. Please come to me if you need any help.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else. You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent on you.
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Not yet. There's no way for this tiny ship to escape from the Xianzhou. Only the starships at Stargazer Navalia can break through the Jade Gate. Mokdok said there would be insiders to pick us up, but I haven't heard anything yet.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
Would you like to board my stars? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry, wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. Close the ports? Why would they do that? Would you like to board my star? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry, wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. What? Are you joking? How can I take you beyond the Jade Gate in this tiny star skiff?
What exactly is happening?
A slow simmer over low heat, or a quick stir fry over high heat?
You're back, Jiao Chou.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape from me, Jiao Chou. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer. Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long, or possess such regenerative abilities.
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yaoqing wanted to take me away? To some, I'm a hostage, but to others, I hold the secrets they desire. I still remember, in the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Zhou? I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borison, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borison and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired, a heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borson warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao, I found you.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borson?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Mwadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Zhao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borson? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borson. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borson that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Lawfu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Lawfu. The Borisin we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
Good quality, good price, hassle-free chartering. High-end barge, the best choice for galactic commerce.
Here to keep up! You can fight it, or rock with it!
Commencing massification.
The fight is set.
What's in your prescription?
Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Let's rock!
Is that all? A will forged in ice never falters!
Too little.
Turn it up! You can fight it, or rock with it!
Failed to send you.
Lower your weapon. Criminal.
What's in your prescription?
Savor it for me. Too little.
That's it! Keep up!
A will forged in ice never falters!
What's in your prescription?
Failed to send you.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Commencing massification.
That's it! Turn it up!
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
A will forged in ice never falters!
That's it! You can fight it, or rock with it! Let's rock!
Lower your weapon.
What's in your prescription?
and pay me back with more sugar. A little something for everyone.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Savor it for me.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
The fight is set.
Let's rock. Vitamin! What's in your prescription? I told you they were sick.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the Star Skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borson wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area, so don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those two Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
This is where we ran.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenching. I'm an official staff member assigned to investigate a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
Lieutenant Yenching and General Vishal?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yenching's contests. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yenching, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me. How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing! What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Well timed. It'll heal.
Keep up!
A will forged in ice never falters!
Well timed.
It'll heal.
Savor it for me. Your end approaches. Well timed.
What's in your prescription?
Let's rock!
It'll heal. Fail to send you. Savor it for me.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
A will forged in ice never falters!
Fail to send you.
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this! Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them. The word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a Foxian who was born in one of the fallen territories. In their eyes, we're mere consumables. Cannon fodder used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao Cheng. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
Please, save me.
I want to live. Doctor!
Zhao Zhao, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison beast chips have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Xiao Shou?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Jiao Chou?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisin bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borisin bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisin! Moon Rage. A blessing for wolves. And a curse for foxes. For Borisin, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. With the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle and dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation. All the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason. Witnessing your death with my own 2 eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured Feishao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. What a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect with your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the war dance will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin Pax, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here! We can't go to war like this!
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Mock talk. We're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Xiao. Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yao Qing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end, when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous, in brutal battles, embrace their eternal prize. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory!
Like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
As a representative of the Xianzhou La Fu, I will defeat all challengers.
That's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking so much, it would be more convincing, March. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a lawful swordmaster. taking the place of your no-good Master Yenqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Luofu shall all be taken by the Zhuming.
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence?
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go! Master Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yun Li, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yenqing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
March 7th, a young beauty from the Astral Express.
All right, when people ask you, you might as well tell them this loud and clear.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive, given the imminent danger you face. Miss Yun Li's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss March 7th. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So, this is the contestant hall.
Wow, there are so many people!
March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that?
Master Yun Li's old metal is taller than a person. Being able to wield a weapon like that must mean that you have ridiculous strength, right?
Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to drag the battle out.
Why would you tell me your weakness?
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles.
Know myself and know the enemy. Let's see, who should I ask first?
Ugh. I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all. Oh! You're March 7th! The stand-in for Lieutenant Yunqing, correct?
That's right. And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host. Interesting.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. Since the competition is getting started, could I ask you some questions that are on my mind? Oh, great! First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yunqing is not appearing in today's war dance. This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yunqing is seriously injured. Is this true? My apologies, this was very unprofessional of me. I see that Lieutenant Yunqing has his own affairs to tend to. Then, let us look forward to seeing a valiant performance from you, Miss March. Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular? March 7th, you are quite extremely self-assured. Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
Was there something you wanted to ask me? Yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Li. I'm actually not a contestant. I'm just here as a security guard. Nothing out of the ordinary. I guess you could say it's all fair winds and calm wolves. Another awkward pause. I know it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves. It's a funny pun.
He's actually explaining his joke.
Making things awkward really is my weakness.
There are still many guests arriving here. Please be cautious.
Understood.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yunqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yao Qing. This last-minute replacement, March 7th. Who exactly is she?
If I'd known I could use multiple weapons at once, I'd have brought my bow.
Hello, miss. Are you here to take part in the Ringmaster's Challenge too?
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay for half a month.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
The first round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw all these people gathered here, I suddenly felt weirdly relaxed. Looking at these contestants, I suddenly feel a lot calmer for some reason. I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy. I don't feel as nervous as I did before.
So, do you want to go out and see the ring? I knew it! Let's go.
Peach blossoms and divine sword descend.
above your head. An oversight on my part. As you wish, mein Fräulein. Settle down.
By royal decree!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Reveal thyself!
Shine down!
Silence!
By royal decree!
Motion to compel!
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Illusion shattered! Absurd!